Are you obsessed with being the best? I'll say it again. Are you obsessed with being the best? And what I mean by that is, are you obsessed with being the best version of yourself? The best possible version that you can be? Because I know a lot of us aren't. I know there's many of us that aren't obsessed with being the best, man. A lot of us, we're complacent. We're lazy. We want to be the same. We want to stay the same. A lot of us don't want to change. So I'll say it again. Are you obsessed with being the best? Being the best version of yourself? Because like I said, I know a lot of us aren't. A lot of us aren't obsessed with being the best. It's going to be similar to my previous video. I'm going to try keep this as raw as possible, man. I really am going to keep this as raw as possible. But there's one of them videos once again where I woke up and I was like, you know what? There's a video that I need to do. There's a video that I really need to do. I really need to try and spread this message as much as possible, because there's a lot of us out there that are depressed, man. We're depressed. We have nothing going on in our lives. We don't want to move forward. We just want to stay the same. We want to be complacent, man. A lot of us really do want to be complacent. So I'll say it again, man. Are you obsessed with being the best? Being the best version of yourself? Because there's a lot of us that aren't. We don't want to push forward in life. We don't want to move forward. We're scared to see change. A lot of us are scared to see change, man. A lot of us really are. We're just stuck. We just don't want to move, We don't want to move, man. But I'll tell you this now, I'm obsessed with being the best, man. I really am. I'm obsessed with being the best version of myself, man. A lot of the time as well, man, God will break us to build us back up, man. I'll say it again, a lot of the time, God will break us to build us back up. And you know why he does it? It's because we're getting too comfortable. We're getting way, way, way too comfortable. That's why he does it, man. Because think about it like this. If God never broke us, if he never, had to break us down, then we wouldn't move. We would have just stayed at the same place for months, years. You would have stayed there. So a lot of the time, God will break you to build you back up so you can move, so you can keep moving forward, man. It's kind of like a wake-up call, to kick you in your ass and be like, okay, I need to get moving again. I need to get working again, man. I really need to. But yeah, like I said, man, it's not easy, waking up every day, doing the same thing every single day. It's not easy, man. Even times as well, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it, man. I don't like waking up and doing the same thing over and over again. But like I said, that's what separates us from, the greats. That's what separates the average people from the greats, because the greats, they wake up, they do the same thing over and over and over again, and they think about, how can I make it better? What can I do to make it better? So that's what separates us from the greats a lot of the time, man. That's what really separates us from the greats. But listen, fam, sometimes we have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, man. Sometimes we have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Sometimes we need something, to ruffle a few of our feathers, man. Like a kick up the arse to say, yo, what are you doing, man? You need to start moving forward again. Stop being complacent, stop being stagnant, stop being comfortable with just staying in one position your whole life. Sometimes you have to move forward in life. Well, not sometimes. You have to move forward in life, man. You can't be comfortable staying in the same situation your whole life. You have to move forward, man. So yeah, man, like my reference of God, man, sometimes he, breaks us down to build us back up, because a lot of the time we're happy just staying in the same place. You don't want to move, man. We're happy staying on that 10K a year instead of pushing for maybe 20K a year, working another job, working a better job. Sometimes we're just happy. We're happy, we're complacent, man. And the thing is, I can't blame you guys, because I was exactly in that same situation at one point as well, until God, he broke me. And now I'm in the process of building myself back up again, because I can't lie, I was complacent at one point. I really was complacent, man, at one point. And I was slacking as well, that's the thing. I really was slacking, man. But anyway, the whole point of this video is I'm just trying to motivate you guys, man. I really am trying to motivate you guys, man. I don't usually do this type of videos, but like I said, a lot of us, we're depressed, man. We're depressed. We're just, in our rooms, not happy in life, not anywhere where we want to be in life, man. Not anywhere we want to be. And that's the thing, man. Mental health affects so many of us, man. It affects so many of us, man. And that's the thing, fam. A lot of us, we're comfortable, man. We're happy just staying in the same place. But as soon as we see someone making moves, seeing someone do something different, and we see them make it out of the mud, that's when we start hating. We're like, how the hell did he do it? How does he have that money? How does he have that car? It's because he made himself uncomfortable. He consistently worked on himself and got himself out of the mud, man. So it just goes to show that you guys really need to start putting that work in, because like I said in my previous video, man, time is ticking, man. Minutes are going by, hours are going by, days are going by, weeks are going by. Before you know it, it's years and years and years and years and years gone, man. I'm gonna keep saying this because a lot of us, we're not getting a message, man. We're really not getting a message, man. Years are going by. It's now December 2024. You know how quick that year went. I literally blinked and that year just went by like that, man. Time is literally just ticking, man. It really is ticking, man. We really got to start working, man. We really do, man. If your goal is to build muscle, your goal is to lose weight, you need to make sure you're in that gym at least 4 days a week. At least 4 days a week in that gym, counting your calories, fam. You're not getting sidetracked, you know? You need to stay disciplined to your goals, man. Stay disciplined to your goals, because listen, like I said, time is just going by. It really is flying by, man. It really is flying by. And that's the thing, we'll pull it off. We'll say, maybe we'll do it the next day. Maybe the next day, maybe the next day. And then next day, we're just, we're back in the same spot, man. We're back in the same spot because we don't want to chase our goals, man. So that's why you guys need to be obsessed with being the best, man. You really have to be obsessed with being the best. Work on yourself, man. Work on yourself. If that means going to the gym, go to the gym. If that means working on yourself by, you know, focusing on, it could be anything. Getting closer with God, you know, trying to fix your skin, getting brighter and better skin. It could be things like that as well. So, like I said, man, you guys really got to start putting in that work in, man, because a lot of us, we get complacent, man. We really do, we get complacent and we get inconsistent, man. So I'm here to tell you guys that you really need to start putting in the work, because like I said, fam, time really is just ticking, man. Time is going by, time is ticking. And before you know it, man, it's weeks and weeks and weeks gone by. Months gone by, years gone by, and we're still in the same spot. And then we're thinking to ourselves, how are we in the same spot after all that time? It's because we're not moving, man. It's because we're not moving and we're not putting that work in, man. That's why. And that's the thing as well, man. Fuck what your friends think. Fuck what your friends think, man, because a lot of the time as well, we're too scared to move, to make moves, because we're too scared of thinking about what the next man's saying and what the next man's saying and what the next man's saying. It doesn't matter what your friends think, man, because if you keep that mentality up, you won't move. You really won't move, man. You can't worry about what your friends think. This is your life to live, not your friends, not your parents, not your family members. It's your life, man. It's your life to live, so you really got to start making moves, man. You really got to start making moves. If you want to start a YouTube channel, start a YouTube channel, man. Who cares what your friends think, man? Who cares, bro? If you want to start streaming, start streaming. You know, if you want a new job, but that job is not, you know, a job which society accepts, then it doesn't matter, man. Get that job, man. It really doesn't matter. That's the thing. We care too much about what people think. We care way too much about what people think. And I can't lie, I was guilty of this at one point, man. I remember back in high school, I cared way too much about what people think. Way too much than I should have. I look at it now, all the people in high school, most of them I don't even speak to anymore. Most of them I'm not even calling anymore. Most of them I just cut off like this. Who cares what they think, man? Honestly, it really doesn't matter what your friends think or what the next man thinks, because listen, like I said, at the end of the day, it's your life, man, and it's only your life and your life to live. Only your life to live, man. It really is, man. Like, even now, fam, I'm vlogging, I couldn't give a fuck what next man think, bro. I really couldn't. If they think I'm crazy talking to a camera, then so be it, fam. So be it, because at the end of the day, it's my life. Who cares what they think, man? Who cares, man? But I think of all the greats as well, man. Like I always say, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, bro. Mayweather, even. All the greats you can think of. They're all obsessed with being the best. All of them, every single one of them, man. They're obsessed with being the best in the world, man. And of course, there's days as well where they don't want to do it. They really don't want to do it, man. They get tired of it. They get bored of doing the same thing over and over and over again. But like I said, that's what separates the greats from the average people. That's what separates the greats from the average people, man. The average person will be like, cool, I'll stick with this for maybe a week, maybe a few days, and that's it, and I'll call it quits. But people that are great, they stick at it every single day, even days where they're bored and they're sick and tired of it and they don't want to do it. They keep sticking at it. And that's what separates the greats from the people that are just average, man. That's what separates them. That's what separates them, man. That discipline. Because that's the thing, man. There's only so much motivation you can have. Motivation can only get you to a certain point in life. Once that motivation dies, that's when your discipline comes into play. Once that motivation dies, that's when your discipline comes into play, man. That's when it comes into play. So be obsessed with being the best, man. Being the best version of yourself. If you're trying to go to the gym and build muscle, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to learn a new skill or a new language, do whatever you can. Do whatever you can to do that. Do whatever you can to lose that weight. Do whatever you can to build muscle. Do whatever you can to learn a new language, fam. Because like I said, man, if you keep delaying it and pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back, like I said, weeks are going, months are going, years are going, and you're still in the same situation. You're still in the exact same situation. So it's time to get to work, guys, man. It really is time to get to work, man. Like I said, man, how bad do you want it in life, man? Or are you happy being in the same situation for your whole life? You tell me, man. It's time to put the phone down and it's time to put in that work.